cops reach the end of the road.
They're always up and down here.
A serial car thief gets stoned as residents take the law into their own hands.
They'd actually ripped his shirt off his back by the time I got to him.
The lorry from hell, so dangerous even the police won't drive it.
Yeah, this is the vehicle.
Lost and found. They've got the car, but where's the gun?
Not being fired.
And losing control as South Yorkshire's traffic cops use their sixth sense to enforce the law.
It could all go smoothly, or well, hell could break loose.
Stay there! Do it again! Stay there!
You're the only person there to control all that hell breaking loose.
Yorkshire has one of the worst records for motorcycle accidents in Britain. Its moors and dales are thought to be safe havens for bikers who seek the thrill of the open road. But, increasingly, these thrills are turning to spills.
Yeah, from the ambulance crew, it is fatal.
Now the traffic cops are moving in, targeting bikers who take chances. PC Matt Bort is on just such a mission. His patch is Barnsley, a favourite haunt for motorcyclists on all kinds of bikes. The scooter heading toward him seems to be doing nothing wrong, but PC Bort's sixth sense antenna is twitching a lot.
One of the up. In we go.
The way that he acted, coming the other way, wasn't doing anything, wasn't driving dangerously, wasn't messing about on the bike. He just had stopped me written all over him.
And stop him is what Bort intends to do, despite the fact that the scooter rider has a head start.
It was clear then, by his manner of riding, that he wasn't going to be stopping, and he was trying to get away. He went down a path which was just wide enough for the car to fit down.
Says Tango Bravo 21, I've got a vehicle failing to stop in Thurnscoe. It's a motor scooter, Foxtrot 504, Victor Foxtrot Lima. Can you receive it?
Bort knows Barnsley well, but the rider knows it better, especially the routes that are made for people like him.
The councils are erecting anti-police barriers where the motorcycles can fit through them, but of course a police car can't, so you can't get after them. They know that that bike's not going to be registered. They know we've got no way of tracing them. It's part of the thrill to them. He looked back and waved when he went through the barrier.
So where's the time?
Ain't just
Absolutely no chance, I'll tell you now.
I've never been up here, so I didn't know there were bloody things at end.
It's what you call me.
I think the public perceive that we're not doing a lot about nuisance motorcycles. And I think if you ask the majority of the public, they'll say, well, let's block this up and block this up and block this road. But they perceive that the police can't do a lot about it. And generally, a lot of the time, we can't.
And they're always up and down here.
Like mopeds and stuff.
Mopeds, bikes, everything.
It just dropped on him, like.
You just dropped on him, like.
Don't know what's up with him.
They're all over the place around here, honestly, bikes everywhere.
Great. Cheers, boys. Ta-da.
It is frustrating, but you just get on with it because it's a part of daily life.
Daily life for the traffic cops of Barnsley is diverse. The biker-friendly lanes lie alongside some of Britain's busiest motorways, like the M1. PC Nigel Heritage and Sergeant Phil Jenkins are also on the lookout for bad bikers. It's Jenkins' job to make the motorways safer.
I supervise a small group of traffic officers that patrol the motorway network throughout Barnsley and into the Sheffield area, and also the Barnsley districts.
Sergeant Jenkins is also a man who relies on instinct and his sixth sense. This is his lucky roundabout.
This roundabout here, I've had more work off this roundabout than S12 does.
He's keen to be involved with everything when you're out with him.
Once again, the roundabout has worked for Jenkins. Not a biker behaving badly, a lorry lurching dangerously. Intuition is part of it, but this time the defects on the truck are obvious.
Pull into lay-by.
To an experienced traffic cop like Sergeant Jenkins.
Pull us to the lay-by and then pull in.
he found the real thing.
Yes. Did you say there were any markers or anything on it?
Yeah, there's a remote report on that was created in June. It was removed from the motorway.
Before PC Heritage is even halfway there, he can see the lorry isn't even displaying road tax.
Has he got any tax?
Can't see a tax disc at all.
Moved in June.
There was no tax in it. It was a company vehicle running without an operator's licence.
The crew of the lorry aren't being difficult. It's full of second-hand furniture.
There was very little documentation, and he couldn't really tell us a great deal about the company, albeit he was actually employed to deliver this furniture to a place locally.
But this is not an open and shut case. The crew do not own the vehicle. They're just doing a favour.
It was just a strange one, very strange, because they said they were working for a furniture company from Wombwell, which I've not managed to track down.
Yeah, well, I realise that, but unfortunately, the vehicle shouldn't have been on the road anyway. And so
Sergeant Jenkins has had more luck. He's got the owner on the phone, who says the lorry is on its way to a local garage to be repaired and have its MOT done. Not quite the same story the driver tells.
So there was a school down there, and we just had a little drop of the road there, and that's how we were going to go and come back again.
quite clearly speaking to these guys, they're out on a delivery for a shop. So there's a dispute on exactly how the vehicle's being used at the moment.
Whatever the dispute, one thing is clear. The lorry should not be on the road at all. It's a death trap, with a potentially fatal steering fault. Without steering, the 7.5-ton truck would be lethal, and the traffic cops have found there are no brake lights either. The list of possible charges is rising fast. The driver can't even switch off the engine.
There isn't a stop on the engine. When he turns the ignition off, he's got to stall the engine. You can't get out to the driver's side without reaching out to undo the exterior catch. It's just a totally unroadworthy vehicle.
I've tried to speak to the owner about his insurance. The company is saying that he's got insurance for it. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. However, the vehicle's in such a condition that it can't be moved anyway. So that's why Nigel's put the PG9 on.
A PG9 is an enforcement notice which stops a dangerous vehicle from being driven away.
They're going to have to come and repair it here, the defects that we've named on the prohibition, or they're going to have to be recovered.
The crew have had enough. They're off, leaving the unroadworthy lorry and its owner to fend for themselves. On the other side of town, another Barnsley traffic cop is starting his shift. PC Ian Dodd has been a policeman for 28 years. Today, he's on call, waiting for stolen or suspicious cars to chase.
Rockingham Street be report further inquiries?
It doesn't take long. Reports are coming in about a missing Vauxhall Astra.
As I was driving about, I heard this call of the stolen Astra.
By sheer chance, it's heading straight for PC Dodd.
As I approached it, the driver sort of avoided looking at me, ducked out of the way to sort of hide his face. I spun round and tried to follow him. He'd got a big gap on me by this time, but I saw him turn left, and the member at public actually pointed that he'd gone down Station Road at Wombwell.
Going down Station Road at Wombwell means only one thing to PC Dodd. The stolen car is heading into a local caravan site, inhabited by a band of travellers.
But he was miles in front of me, and I lost sight of him, and I guessed that he'd turned off towards the site.
Dodd knows the caravan site is dangerous ground. Plenty of fields and common ground for a getaway. Dodd's hunch is right, but the Astra driver doesn't like the look of the site, and he's trying to escape the way he came.
Bravo 3, it's me. He's dumped it on Smithy's Lane caravan site, over.
As PC Dodd blocks him in, the thief goes into ramming mode.
He's just ran the patrol car, over.
He started reversing off, and I just thought, if he gets past me, that's it, I'm stuck into a pursuit again, so I wanted to stop him.
The windscreen of the Astra has been smashed, not by crashing into PC Dodd's patrol car, but by residents on the site throwing stones. The Astra driver's desperation has been made clear to PC Dodd. His control room has told him the man is a serial car thief who has just been released from jail.
Yes, he's got past me. He's heading towards The main road again, over.
S02 mobiles. You start travelling towards Wunwell, Ings Lane area.
As headquarters calls in reinforcements, PC Dodd is witnessing mob rule. The residents of the caravan site are enraged. The car thief almost ran over some children when he first drove onto the site. Now they want revenge. The thief is in danger of losing his life.
It was just like he was going to die, basically. We got this like crowd around his car.
PC Dodd is virtually helpless. If he intervenes before backup arrives, he might be stoned too. But he has to have a go.
And they were wanting to vent their revenge on him. And then I'm thinking, oh no, what do I do now? Like, because like, I got out, grabbed hold of one bloke, and I grabbed hold of him with both hands, and I couldn't span his arms. I'm just, what are we going to do here?
While the brutal attack continues, PC Dodd's patrol car video camera carries on recording. Graphic evidence of people losing control.
Tango Romeo Bravo 3.
Assistance was close by, though. For PC Dodd, it seemed an eternity.
It was the longest couple of minutes of my life. And when the second car came up, I just thought, right, that makes 3 of us. Now it's 3 onto 20. And then a team van turned up, and it just got better as the minutes went by.
Meanwhile, back near the M1, Sergeant Jenkins and PC Heritage are on the move again. And once more, a roundabout has produced another victim. Another possible unsafe vehicle, an old Vauxhall.
Phil, just do us a check on this one. Because he's gone round, this is the second time round now.
We're stuck in traffic, and the Blue Nova came round. And it was just one of those cars that it had all the traits of either a possible stolen car or one that was just a bit dodgy.
There'll be no insurance on it, I'm sure, no tax.
Yeah, can I have a vehicle check, please? Doncaster Road at Barnsley, Golf 335, Victor Mike Golf.
Once again, Sergeant Jenkins knows his instincts are correct.
Yes, has any insurance details shown?
It didn't have a current vehicle excise licence, tax disc. And these are all the traits that, if they're not going to bother taxing the car, there's some reasons: A, they haven't got insurance, B, they haven't got a licence or whatever, you know. And it's just one of those pool cars. And I think that's basically what it was.
A pool car is police slang for the transport of choice for disqualified drivers. Untaxed, uninsured, and usually unsafe.
Right. Where are you going then?
We're heading back to Log.
Yeah. Whose is this car? Is it? What's all damaged then and all this?
It was in a pretty rough state of affairs. Not being maintained for, I would say, years. I wouldn't say just weeks or months, I would say years.
So there's got no proof of ID on you whatsoever?
Having a hunch about a possible disqualified driver is one thing, proving it quite another. No proof, no arrest or charges. So the game begins. First step is to question the suspect on camera.
That's the picture, isn't it?
To try and get a true name and address. The game is called Call My Bluff Traffic Cops.
Has there been disqualified in the past?
Keep an eye on the eyes.
No? I've had dealers with you in the past, I'm sure.
Some don't want to have eye contact with you, and normally people who are telling the truth sort of look you directly in the eyes, and other people are sort of away from you. 9 times out of 10, they're giving false details because they're either wanted, disqualified, or whatever.
This guy is good. He's staying stum.
You got any ID on it?
Not any ID on him whatsoever. I'm not 100% happy because he's given me the wrong postcode. And he's as nervous as I am. Has he got a telephone number? Is there anybody in it else?
I've got a telephone.
Oh, that's a really good one. I think he's going to have to come with us. I think he is.
But it's not paid off. He's going to be arrested.
I'm not happy that the details we've given there are correct. I have a power under Section 25 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. That gives me power of arrest. So
With the game lost, the driver decides to come clean with his real name.
Section 25 of the Police and Criminal David Keir.
Oh, just hang on a minute. Why have you given us false details? Just going to give it right details now.
You're disqualified.
But he's still not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Is it ×2 means the driver has actually been banned from driving twice? Game over.
Initially he's given us false details. He's then admitted that he's got no insurance for the vehicle, and after a few more checks he's decided to tell us his proper details. We checked him again, he's disqualified from driving, so he's now under arrest for disqualifying driving.
David Kay's passengers aren't in trouble, but they will have to walk home. Their unroadworthy and uninsured transport will be removed and crushed. Mr. Kay is more fortunate. He does get a lift to Barnsley Police Station, still trying it on, playing the game.
God, you could have turned a blind eye.
Any Barnsley officer, please? For immediate response.
At headquarters, reports are coming in of an unusual job for the traffic cops. A woman trying to commit suicide.
We've got a woman in the middle of the road requesting that a motorist run her down.
PC Bort is taking the call.
6-3 attending.
This time he won't be driving fast. If there really is someone threatening to leap out in front of the traffic, he's got to be cautious. But that doesn't go for everyone.
We were overtaken by a panda car, which I thought a bit strange, seeing as we're looking for somebody who's jumping out in front of cars.
Local officers have taken over the job, but PC Bort decides to tag along, just in case his traffic skills can be of any help.
They located the lady further on because they pulled into the edge. When all of a sudden this motorbike came trundling towards us. Two young kids on it, both not wearing helmets, and both looking like startled rabbits. At first, seeing the panda car and then the obvious relief that they're dealing with something else, but then seeing the traffic car, which was obviously going to deal with them. As he turned into the corner onto the gravel track, he basically lost the back wheel, and they ended up in a heap with the bike somewhere amongst them, and dust flying up around them.
This time, narrow lanes and barriers cannot come between Bort and his prisoners.
Stay there. No.
Get
off. Get off.
I'm training on that.
No.
It's soon clear that these are no bike thieves, but a rider who's had too much to drink. Bort needs help.
Tango Romeo Bravo 2, Bravo.
Tango Romeo Bravo 2.
Another vehicle, join me please. I'm on the alleyway just behind where your 6-3 mobile's just gone off with this woman. Got two lads locked up over.
The younger lad, he had typical push bike injuries, grazed knee and grazed elbow and a dented bike.
I'm a train from there. Training now.
Was his bike?
I wanted to get out of the way. First time I've been down bank and I'm sound as a pound, me, mate, and I've been arsehole for no reason, and I just wanted him to get me one. Simple as.
Stop your whining, just sit back.
Yeah, I'm fucking training.
Stop swearing.
Calm down.
And that's
the bin rate? Nah, calm down.
That's not legal anyway, so...
Who what rider then? Who were driving?
No, we're driving.
I've got a video so I can just look at it, so I'll make it easy.
Check it.
The pair might appear harmless, but Bort knows this could easily turn nasty.
Swing down bank and...
Well, then, money. 59, 83, 56, whatever you check it again.
Come on, Lee boy, just calm down, mate.
Now, because that fucking...
After David Bassett lots of me, I cannot do it. We've been banged up, man.
Oh, me fucking... Get me trainer.
Just stay there, you.
Can I just get his trainer,
Yeah, get his trainer playing.
Oh, the fact that folks had to me, you fucking chase me. And it's fucking legal anyway, no job.
All it is, and I've been down bank and they've started, mate, and all I wanted to do was get back down to him.
Sit down there. Sit down there.
Don't point at me, man.
Sit down there.
Lay boy off, come on, man. All I wanted to do, right, I've been...
Going back.
The lads claim they're not on the way from the pub, but on the run from drug takers.
The main concern was that they'd been speeding away from an area just down the road because they were getting beat up by smackheads, in their words, which is why they'd had to race off on this motorbike without any helmets and drunk.
Just sit there, stay there.
Go on, do it again.
Stay there.
Do it again.
Stay there.
Alright, you fucking better get off me. You better get off me. Okay, enough for a song. Yeah, you can arrest me, right.
Bort has had enough. Recent events have shown just how dangerous it is for cops to leave suspects unhandcuffed.
I think it came as quite a shock to him, the way that I had to deal with it.
Now you can sit on the cart.
Yeah. Where's blood from? Where's blood from?
My arm, probably.
No, it's a film. It's a film with me. What?
Tango Romeo Bravo 2,
Yeah,
Bravo.
fucking...
Have you got a mobile coming out to me, have you?
The answer is no. South Yorkshire Police are at full stretch today, and the closest traffic mobile is already on another call. Sergeant Jenkins and PC Heritage are on the tail of a stolen vehicle. They can't see it yet. They're using a special tracker device fitted to their car. It picks up signals from vehicles fitted with a secret anti-theft alarm system.
Tracker has just activated, although briefly. It's now gone off again. Can you try and get the tracker to update the system?
Each car that buys this tracker is fitted with a sort of like a transponder, and when it's stolen, the tracker centre, it sends out a signal. We have a receiver in the car that can receive this signal coming from the transponder, and basically it gives us a very rough idea of where this stolen vehicle may be.
It was saying over in...
889 Tango 4.
Yes, that was the number we got. We haven't got a signal now. It just came on briefly and went off again.
This is the way of the future. No need for traffic cops to chase flat out. Simply track and follow until it stops.
It's basically an electronic compass, and the idea is if there's only one car, then you try and do a fairly large circle and sort of slowly come in.
Yeah, where did you fit the signal on?
Yeah, we were at Cat Hill, and it was indicating towards Runwell.
Confirming towards Runwell, over.
Even for traffic cops, this is a rare event.
This would be good if we get it.
Back in Barnsley, PC Bort is still trying to keep his cool as his prisoners lose theirs. Their bike, they say, is totally legal.
Check it. I bet it's all legal. We knocked it over my bike, some dickhead.
Why did we start from outside shop over? I was wondering where did it come from?
But just as it seems he's in danger of losing control, help is at hand. The heavy mob have arrived. Barnsley's riot police.
I've been rated.
You ever walk up to these chaps?
It was the public order van which turned up, which was only a short hop away in the town centre. But they came and made short work of scooping them up.
They're both pissed out their heads.
Hey boy, calm down. Because I might not nick you, we've been fucking nuts.
Any chance of don't tell? Do you need a quick slip? Now they fell off in front of us.
The riot cops are the answer to Bort's troubles. They'll even take the scooter away for him.
Backwards in.
But they have given him a problem too. To charge the rider of the scooter when they get back to the nick, they need to know who Bort is saying it is. And he's forgotten.
The muscle van.
In the melee that had took place and the swapping of positions and stuff on the car bonnet, I'd forgotten who was the rider. I rewound the video on the car, which obviously showed him being the rider, the driver.
It's basically a little bike that they use for off-road that they've decided they're going to come up here on, and they're both drunk, and they've seen me and panicked and come up here and fell off it, in its simplest terms.
Across town, Sergeant Jenkins and PC Heritage are still using their tracker to try and find the stolen vehicle. They now know the signal is coming from a green 4x4 Isuzu Trooper, stolen from Leeds just 2 hours ago. Amazingly, it's leading the traffic cops to the caravan site where residents stoned the Astra thief earlier. This time there is no chase, nor any sign of angry travellers. Just a green Isuzu parked up on a driveway.
Do you think to yourself, a green Isuzu Trooper four-wheel drive vehicle? It's a pretty rare-looking vehicle. And lo and behold, that little site had probably about 4 or 5 of probably exactly the same type of vehicle. So it made things difficult trying to find it.
We've come to look for a stolen car, an Isuzu Trooper. All right, it's a green one.
Right, have a look.
All right. That looks too old.
That's mine.
Whose is that one there?
No idea.
You've no idea? No idea at all?
No, I listen.
The residents aren't much help. They've seen nothing and heard nothing.
Right. Does he belong to this caravan here?
There's nobody in there, mate.
Nobody in there?
Yeah, as we turned the corner, there was another one. It had got the electric cordless drill there. They'd obviously been changing the number plates.
Yeah, this is the vehicle.
It doesn't take long to confirm that this is the trooper Jenkins and Heritage have been tracking.
The caravan site. We've got to be careful that we don't upset them too much, but it looks like they've been in the process of removing the identifying marks from this one. So it's just that we ain't caught anybody doing it, unfortunately.
Whoever had sort of like been exchanging the plate and actually stolen the vehicle had long gone, and nobody seemed to know anything about the vehicle anyway. So it was sort of like the next step. We should preserve evidence, get it recovered, let scenes of crime look at it, let's see if we can get some fingerprints off it.
This investigation is turning sinister. PC Heritage has found a shotgun cartridge.
Not been fired.
The question now is where's the gun which goes with it?
We've now recovered that car. We're going to send it away to a secure location so we can have it fingerprinted, and hopefully we can match one of them fingerprints against somebody who's recorded. See if we can actually get an offender for it. We took the drill. There's every chance that whoever's stolen it has been using the drill to change the identity of the vehicle. One of my concerns were that, you know, there may have been firearms used by the people who've stolen it, which is obviously a major concern. So, you know, there's other issues there, and it's we may never get to the bottom of that one.
In the centre of Barnsley, PC Bort's scooter riders are on the way to the custody suite to be charged. Nothing has changed. The riders still giving the officers grief, claiming that PC Bort lost control when he made the arrest.
These uncles, yeah, are business.
To be violent or
No. Lie me.
More than one threat out there.
Lie me is not meaning the wall. I'm not.
Listen to the sergeant. Stand still, Lee.
Feel me out.
The lad was making all sorts of allegations that he'd been roughed up outside by me on the car bonnet, and that excessive force had been used against him when he got to the custody suite. People like that don't realise that I had a video running. There's a video running in the custody suite. So if things like that did go on, then, you know, they'd get found out.
When the rider appeared in court, he was found to be drunk in charge of a scooter, riding without insurance and not wearing a crash helmet. He was fined £75 and disqualified from driving for 18 months. His pillion passenger accepted a police caution for being in possession of cannabis. The disqualified driver caught in the unroadworthy Vauxhall Astra had his driving ban extended and was ordered to do 100 hours community service. The Isuzu trooper tracked and found in the caravan site was eventually returned to its owner, as was the shotgun cartridge he had left in it. The thief or thieves have not been caught. And the serial car thief, stoned by the residents of the caravan site where the stolen Isuzu trooper was found, was fined £260 for driving whilst uninsured.
Advertising for love after the news. BBC One's BAFTA award-winning series One Life returns at 10:35. And tomorrow night, dealing with drug-taking drivers. Inside Out Extra at 7:30.